University.
Ladies, welcome back to Ladies University. I'm so happy to see you. Let's get right into the lecture. Today I want to talk about something that people rarely like to admit. Toxic relationships can feel amazing sometimes. Yes, but that's why they can be so difficult to leave. You can feel stuck in that toxic relationship because sometimes it's just so beautiful. It's a cycle. The cycle begins with the good moments, flowers after the fight, the overextended apologies, the sex after the huge arguments, the I can't live without yous, the crying, the promises, the affection, the feeling that nobody understands y'all like y'all do. And then the cycle starts again. It repeats itself. That's why toxic relationships can be so confusing to your emotions. You're not just attached to the relationship or the person, you're attached to the feeling that you get when this person who hurt you becomes the person who comforts you. That's when the lustful, toxic relationship starts to become dangerous. You start confusing things. You start confusing intensity with intimacy, jealousy with love, possessiveness with protection. Start confusing chaos with passion. Because the highs are always so high, you begin to tolerate the lows that you never should have accepted in the first place. See, toxic relationships comes with invisible chains. Chains you can't see, but you sure will feel. Sometimes the first chain you won't even notice. It's not physical. It's not something that's straight in your face. It might start with, don't wear that. Don't talk to him. I don't like your friends. You don't need to go there. You'll start hearing things like, you need to start living by my standards. That's what you will hear from him. And eventually their standards become your restrictions. Then we have the more obvious signs of toxic relationships. He humiliates you. He controls you, he threatens you, he hits you, then he cries, apologizes, kisses all of your bruises, start to fill you up with a whole bunch of promises he don't even plan to keep. Then before you know it, you're over there comforting the person that hurt you in the first place. He's a master manipulator. That's not love becoming deeper, ladies. That's that dangerous toxic cycle becoming normalized. Eventually, you won't even notice it as toxicity. It will become your normal. So you'll start thinking things like, oh, he's not always like that. But that's exactly the key. That's what makes the cycle keep working. You'll always find yourself waiting for the good version of him that you love so much to return over and over again. And every time he does, every time he gives you a little piece of that great man that he got up inside him, you'll have that thought in your head that says, maybe this time he'll stay like this. Maybe this time the good version of him is going to stay around. That's my man. That's what I love about him. That's the guy I know and love. No, that's a part of him that you know and love. But the other part of him, you are disgusted, you hate, and you are being tore apart. Yeah, go pick up your pieces, babe. Put yourself back together and get out of there. Okay, so let's move on to the pop quiz so I can make sure that digested in you, okay? That toxic relationship that you're in, you need to go ahead and get, all right? But come on, this is number one. If someone apologizes to you after they hurt you, that automatically means the relationship has to be healthy. True or false? That's false. An apology is words. We need actions. We need the actions to change. We need you to consistently show up differently for that toxic relationship to then in turn become a healthy one. Okay? Not just apologies and false promises. Promises with no hold. Okay? Let's move on to number two. Someone can love you and still be abusive to you. That may just be how they were raised. How they knew love. That's how their mother treated their father, and that's how their father treated their mother. That's all they know. So that's what they do. This is true or false. Indeed, false. If that man don't know how to love you, don't know how to treat you, go on and put him back into the streets. Go on and put him back into the pond. Go on and put him back into the creek, if you will. Because we're not taking any toxicity at all. Okay, now welcome to the office hours, ladies. Now I just want to say this to my ladies. A person doesn't have to be all evil all the time to be dangerous to you. And you don't have to prove that someone is a monster for you to be able to finally leave. Stop asking, do he love you? Start asking what the relationship consistently does for you. That's what you need to know. How is this relationship pouring into you? Do you feel free or do you feel in bondage? Do you feel safe or are you walking on eggshells? Do you even recognize yourself anymore, or did you lose her? Is she gone? Because if love requires you to abandon yourself, then that love may be a bit too expensive for your taste, not worthy of you in any way. Now let's get into the homework. This week, I want you to take a long, honest look at your relationship. The first 6 months, not his best days, not the apologies. I need you to look at the patterns. What is happening on a consistent basis? This always occurs. I need you to write down what is happening during conflict in your relationship. Do you experience control, threats, insults, isolation, intimidation, physical violence, or manipulation? Also write down what happens after a conflict. Do you get an abundance of apologies? You get gifts? Do he pour into you with an abundance of affection? He make promises? He hit you with that, I'll never do it again, babe, lies. Then I need you to ask yourself this, ladies. Has any of his behavior actually changed? Or has the apology simply restarted the cycle? All right, ladies, and that was the lecture. I hope you really digested that. I'm gonna need you to go to ladiesuniversity.com and make sure you're enrolled as a student. You can also sign up for one-on-one sessions. I'm right here for you. Mike here, the dean. We can get you some coaching, some guidance, or some advice. Anything you need, I'm here for you, ladies. Thank you again for joining me at Ladies University. And class is dismissed. I'll see you next week, ladies. Peace.